Okay, so I want to ask you this question. What is the craziest client story you have, like client in your chair experience that you've experienced as a stylist?
Okay, I'm going to talk about this because I have actually shared it on social media before.
Okay.
So this is going to be good. But
It's already out there.
Yeah, it's already out there. So I had this girl come in and she was talking to me about, it was in a small salon, so we could all hear each other. And we were talking about, she was seeing this guy and she wasn't sure if he was in a relationship. And she was like, I went to his house and it was like clean, but it was like clean. It wasn't like boy clean, it was like clean. And it was like
woman touch clean.
Yeah, like someone's cooked here. Somebody's cooked here, right? And so it was like really, really clean. And she'd gone over a few times and she just wasn't sure. And so we were all laughing and talking about she could leave underwear somewhere or like a tamp or like break a nail off and leave it somewhere. Strip lashes, like something, you know?
Yeah.
And it was so bad. It was so bad. And the whole salon was joining in and it went on for like 2 hours or whatever. And then she eventually left. The client that was sitting next to her started crying. And she said, that's my partner she was talking about.
How did she know?
Because she showed pictures of the dogs and him to the salon.
Oh, and so she just stayed quiet, like
She
quietly
just
dying.
sat there.
Oh my God. That's
It's so bad.
terrible.
And I have never, ever in my life,
Adelaide.
Adelaide, baby doll. Adelaide. I have never, I'm
So
clearly
small.
too small, babe. You and everyone knows about it. I have never in my life been lost for words. I was like, I just couldn't talk. I couldn't speak.
Oh my God.
And that was wild. Like, I was like, this is typical Adelaide, typical hair industry, typical all of that. And that stuck with me.
Did she stay? Did she like, I guess she was getting her hair done. So
Yeah, she was mid-blow dry, babe, but she was just like,
crying.
Yeah.
Like my relationship just imploded.
Yes. Yeah. And she was joining him
was
for the
there.
first half
Before realizing it was him,
Yeah.
before the photo was shown.
for like an hour.
Oh,
Yeah. So that was
God, you've been murdered.
awesome. That was wicked. That was wild.
that
was
is the story.
wild. Yeah.
I love it. Thanks for
Insane.
sharing.
Anytime. So sorry, gals, if you hear this. I've outed you, but oh well.
Yeah, I feel like every stylist has a wild story.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I've had drugged up girls like
I
run
love
from their
them.
bill.
I love
Oh
them.
my God, I like
Yeah.
chased down the car. The boyfriend was meant to pay the bill and he like got in the car and like threw his phone out the window because I was like running for his like phone or wallet or something. And
Are you joking?
No.
You're thug, girl. You belong in the streets. You chased
I was
after
like,
them?
hell no, it's like $1,000 bill. I
Oh,
was like,
babe. No,
Yeah.
yeah, run after her.
But I've got the photos of her before and like I said to her, oh, just like, you know, show me the back of your hair. So she turns, but she like fully does this like up against the wall like a
Yes! Get it,
and I was like,
girl.
oh, we don't quite need that
Oh,
shot. Just
actually, I'm just
natural.
going to get you to put your arms down. I'm just going to just stand there.
a porn shoot or something. I was like, oh wow, like, what am I in for here?
God, I love humans.
Should have taken the money up front.
Oh,
That was my lesson.
that's a good lesson. That's a good takeaway from that. God, I just love humans. I love how they work. They're so bizarre.
Welcome to Founder Unfiltered today. I'm Emily Hadrill and I am so excited. I'm joined in our studio with Kirsty Anne or Kirsty.
Yeah, depends if I'm in trouble.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so
Instagram.
happy to be here. This is such a beautiful setup here. Thank you
Welcome
for
to the
having
Gold
me.
Coast.
Oh, my home, my future home.
I hope so.
Yeah, any day now.
It'll be very exciting.
Yeah, I know. Fingers crossed.
You could be anywhere.
Well, yeah, I'm a Gemini, so wherever it
The
takes
world
me.
is your oyster, babe.
Exactly.
No, I'm so happy to have you here. We've already had a fun morning playing
Yes.
with some extensions.
Exciting new things,
new
baby.
things to come.
Yeah.
To be announced.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
Tell us about, I mean, everyone will know you, but maybe we haven't heard your full story and maybe how you got into hairdressing.
Oh my
Anything you
gosh.
want to share about your journey?
Yeah, well, I mean, gosh, I'm 30 now. I'm
she's
old
so
now.
old. She's
I'm
so
old
old.
now. So, yeah, I mean, I went to a school and it was like a bit of a rougher school, but they were really beautiful in the way that they realized that I had crippling ADHD.
Yep. Are they, what age would they?
I reckon I was like in year 10 when they were like, whoa, you're not going to be able to do this, girl. Like, so they actually sent me to TAFE and they said, if you want to pass high school, we need to get you doing something outside of it. And I just picked hairdressing. But yeah, I picked hairdressing because my auntie and my grandmother both have a background in it.
Oh, nice.
it's nothing I ever wanted to do. I actually wanted to be a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah, lawyer, lol.
What were your parents when your school said that? Were your parents sort of like just listening to them and
yeah,
go with the flow?
They were beautiful with it. They knew I'm loud. I am everywhere all at once.
They live with you.
Yeah, they knew, babe. You know, I'd sit them down weekly and perform for them, so they knew that there was something else going on. So they thought it was a great idea, and having a trade is obviously such a fantastic thing as well, because you can always fall back on it.
Especially now more than ever.
Well, yeah, exactly right. So when I brought that up to them, they were like, absolutely, go do it. And I was doing that with school too. So I was doing it 2 days a week. And I just fell in love with it because talking with people, making people feel good, moving with my hands while I get to talk.
It was for you like an outlet as well.
It was such an incredible concoction, and I didn't realize I was a very visual learner.
Well, you're amazing right from the start, the hairdressing. I feel like you would have been.
Yeah,
Are you a perfectionist, attention to detail as well? Or
yes,
interesting.
Yes. Like obsessively. This is my obsession. I'm very fortunate that this is my job, but it's my obsession.
Yeah, so you don't actually feel like you work.
I don't feel like it's work,
other
you
than
know.
Stressful days, but
I feel like it's work a lot. No, it's good because it is just like my creative outlet, you know,
and it comes naturally.
Yeah, very naturally. But I didn't realize, you know, being in school that I was such a visual learner. So jumping into TAFE, I was like, oh my God, I've got this. You know, this is like nothing. This is easy. So I just fell in love with it and honestly became obsessed. So I was finding my own education on YouTube as much as I could. And then my first education was actually in TAFE.
Nice,
like I stood up and I was like, I learnt this online, and then I showed people. I know, the cheek of me.
No, that's so good though. Lucas was here last week from Paris, and he said that he was listening to what's the guy, the Asian guy, Chinese?
Guy Tang.
He listened to Guy Tang, who watched all Guy Tang's YouTubes as an early hairdresser while he was training, and that's like where he picked up so much of his early...
He was like the first person, and it was so beautiful because back then it was free.
Yeah, exactly.
As well,
that's what
you know, it was all free. It was all accessible. It was just there, which was amazing. So
such a head start.
It was incredible. So I was obsessed with Guy Tang. Also, the Fox and the Hare. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
They were everywhere, all over YouTube. So I just couldn't get enough of it. And I finished school, and I actually applied for a job as a tea and tidy.
Yeah.
And I was there, and I was like, "You will hire me. You will hire me to be your apprentice." And she's like, "I don't need an apprentice." And I was like, you will need me. And then I just evolved really quickly.
Confidence gets you far
in life. Sink or swim, right? Like I just was like,
but not being like shy to ask for what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so hard. Different personality types. My personality is opposite, and I won't ask for it. But I love and admire that in people. That it's like, and it's something you have to learn, I think, growing up, that you are only going to get things if you ask for them.
Closed mouths don't get fed, you know? It's challenging. I also have really bad imposter syndrome, you know? I hate to make this a story about ADHD because it's my biggest superpower, but you do grow up feeling a little bit different. Okay. And you don't really feel like you fit in or whatever. So asking for what you want, it can be quite difficult. So it's gotten better as I've gotten older, where I'm just like, nah, this is what I want to do. Yeah. I'm very headstrong. If I know what I want to do, I'll get it done. Yeah. I'll do it.
Yeah, that's so good. And in terms of your social media, which is incredible, how did that like sort of start in your hairdressing?
My God. I was really fortunate because I came out at a time where you could just post an after photo and people were like, yes. Yeah. But like I said to like my first employer, I said to her, you will hire me. And I was like, this is how I'm going to do it. So I would just post a photo, and then I just got really, really busy. Like I'm from Adelaide, so it's a small place.
People will talk, like you can build a good reputation.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've always said though, if you can make it in Adelaide, you can make it anywhere because it's quite, it is
can go
small.
both ways as well. Like if you're going to be a good reputation or bad reputation, it's going to get out there.
It'll get out there. So I was just posting like one photo, and it just really took off for me. And then after 2 years of working in that first salon that I started, I moved to a really big, very well-known salon in Adelaide again, sink or swim. And I didn't even know how to foil. So I was like, yeah, I can foil. And I just went in and did it.
Make it.
Exactly. And it was yeah, like I just kept on going with that and was just posting after photos. But then at some point I started to pivot a little bit more to be a little bit authentic, a little bit more authentic, because I realized that while I was trying to bring myself up in the industry, everyone else was doing it. How was I going to separate myself?
Yep.
So I worked out, I'm insane. So why not display that a little bit more and build a community that was going to be a little bit more, I guess, authentic, and, give people a reason to come to your page and then a reason to stay,
Yeah.
It's working really well because there's been a massive change, obviously, with social media in terms of Instagram versus TikTok. And I feel like TikTok, whilst I'm so new on there, you really thrive if you're authentic. You really thrive if you're like raw, so you're dealing with two different things here. I've got to be curated on one platform, and then chaotic on the next, which is great because I can do both.
Yeah, that's my home.
That's perfect. I can do both. I can thrive. So that's really fascinating. I'm still trying to figure that out at the moment. I'm still trying to figure out the combination of the both, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's interesting to see what goes viral on TikTok versus Instagram. It's so different.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
But I feel like even on Instagram, there is that massive shift for people sharing more about themselves.
Absolutely.
And when people want to connect with you and probably will follow you for a lot longer, versus if you're posting just hair, then it's like, okay, I can kind of get that on other pages as well.
Exactly right.
People
will stay for you.
You're like a reality show in a sense.
Yes,
like
exactly.
Reality shows move to
you kind of have
Instagram.
to be in some sort of a way.
Yeah.
You got to keep your life private. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Displaying everything.
Balance
it's
line.
a really difficult balance because you want to create a community that's, invested in you and that love you, but then you have to hold things privately because, my God, do people get invested? And if you go through something like a breakup or like anything, people are hot on it. So juggling that over the past couple of years has been interesting.
And then it's probably that mental game of knowing that people know your life.
Yes.
And having to just be okay with that.
Yes.
And know that it's part of it. But where do you draw the line of how much you share?
Exactly right. Exactly right. So figuring that out can be quite challenging, I think.
Yeah.
I sort of, whenever I'm educating people at the moment, I sort of say that. I say, be choosy about what you put out there because you can't take it back. So be careful, and privacy is power in some lights, I reckon.
But I think that was definitely you recognizing that. How many years ago was it when you realized you needed to show more of yourself as opposed to just hair?
It was probably, I reckon maybe about like 10 years ago now.
Oh, that's a lot. That you were like
I was quite
I
was quite young, and I clocked onto it pretty quickly because the rise of the hair industry was so quick on social media. We're now looking at a time where there is like celebrities that are hair artists and makeup artists, which is incredible. And I just realized that I was investing into them, not just their work. So it happened quite a long time ago, and I think I was just really lucky that I just had the confidence to just put myself out there.
That's the thing it takes.
And talk to a camera like it was nothing.
Yeah.
It's just,
and you have to start somewhere to then build on it. Like you would probably look back on your original post.
I can't.
And be like, oh, no.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't look at it. Like I even go back a few years ago, and I'm like.
But if you'd never done that, you'd never have the traction.
Exactly.
Even for me, even with Jador, I hid myself completely away from being the owner for so long. I was like,
did you?
I was like, I own a salon. I don't think other salon owners will feel comfortable that I'm a salon owner as well. Like this is also like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Up until probably 3 or 4 years ago, and then I realized
you are the brand.
People want to know who is behind a company,
100%.
and connect with them. And 100%. I wanted to connect with people as well. You kind of feel like really, it was like a weird secret. I was
and you don't want to do
I'm
that.
Very authentic. So I was like, oh, this feels very strange.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm always
it's like living two lives, right?
I was like, I really don't like this. And someone said to me, just.
Yes.
Come out.
Come out the closet. The closet's
coming out. And that was the best thing I could have done.
Yeah, 100%.
People still say I never knew that Emily had Jador and stuff. And I'm
really?
Like, that's why,
That's amazing.
Really
Only
nice
3 years ago.
Yeah. I had the kids and I was like,
it's time.
I've got to do that.
Yeah, fine, here I am, fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I think this feels quite deep what I'm about to say, but I think we're on the rise of like social media saturation. It's our lives, we're on it all the time. We've got our phones glued to our hands. And unless you have great willpower where you can just disconnect from that, I think if you are online, or everybody that is online is looking for something that's like human and connection. So it's like the best thing you can do for a brand, I think. For your personal brand, if you own a business, anything like that, it's like the greatest thing that you can do is just step into the light a little bit more.
Yeah, agree. And what would be some other things that you've found over the years of hairdressing and owning your own business that are, I guess, both, let's go challenges and then the best parts? Challenges first, maybe.
Yeah, challenges. I mean, there's so many challenges. I think the thing that was really enlightening, that when you're in a business you now know, and it's like obviously, but you think that everyone that owns a business just knows exactly what they're doing straight off the bat, and that is so incorrect, like so wrong, and no one knows what they're doing.
Like literally winging it.
Winging everything. And I wish somebody could have said that to me when I was younger, because I think I had a little bit of ego stepping into owning a business where I was like, I need to be good at everything, I need to be showing up and doing that. And granted, there are some people that can, but you know, you are nothing without your community. You are nothing without your, networking is such a big thing. And being reliant on those connections and networks and people that you meet is so important. And I think it'll make or break anything. So I think making sure, that was one of my hardest things, is just I can't ask for help. I can't reach out.
Do it all yourself.
I just do it and I just figure it out. But I think asking for help and reaching out and relying on other people or sources or advice or anything, that was probably one of my biggest challenges. But I think just as a business owner in general, just learning to pivot really quickly, being so detached from everything, whether it be money, your goals, whatever. You can have your goal, but how you get there can change like that.
So not be stuck to a certain, like the plan, the
this, that, the other. Something could happen.
Flexible.
You've got to be so flexible and okay with change and flexibility. You know, like my goals haven't really changed, but how I get there is so different.
Because different opportunities come up.
Exactly.
Exactly
Right.
Evolve,
Right. And if I was just stuck in this main goal, or just had to do this and get to this point, I wouldn't have done half the things that I've done or
if
accomplished.
Stay with like blinkers on almost.
Yes.
Like you would just been like, no.
And then you just shut yourself off to everything. So I think learning to pivot really quickly is so important. And I think being open to everything is really important as well. And that's just something that I've learned by looking at other people, really, like other business owners, other people in the industry. Like if something comes up, they just move really quickly to pivot to work to that. And that's probably...
Thank goodness in a way for social media that you get exposure to other people. Like,
I know.
Think back like 30 years ago owning a business, it would feel so...
Shut off.
Alone, so
isolating.
Just you wouldn't be able to learn from...
I know. And like it's isolating in general.
It is.
It is so isolating owning a business or being obsessed with your job, that I didn't realize that would be isolating, because in my world I had some fantastic women growing up that were obsessed with their job, so I thought it was normal. And then when I was jumping into it myself, I realized that my friends weren't really the same, or like a lot of other people around me weren't the same, and I was like, wow. So just finding your people, finding people you can go to for advice, being able to ask for advice as well, like they're like... Finding your community is like literally been my savior and my highlight of my career.
That's so good.
It's amazing.
What would be like a tip that you'd give for salon owners that are struggling like with maybe they're sitting and they're not like making enough profit, they haven't started their social media yet, or the services that they're offering, like do you have any tips for?
I think what we were just talking about, really, like learning to pivot. I educate a lot. I'm very lucky to educate around the world, which is great. But I think the number one thing that I see or come in close proximity of is people that are running a business with this old school mentality and they're not pivoting or moving, because that's always worked. And granted, it works to a degree until it just won't. And I think we're on the edge of that. So I think, again, just being open-minded to maybe strategies or things that don't feel comfortable for you You know, for example, with social media, I always say to people, if you don't want to do the social media, you can go to a university where people are learning marketing and reach out to them so that they can get their portfolio up that can help you.
Yeah.
Or find somebody on the floor, or just find someone that can help you with it.
Yeah.
If your brain doesn't naturally go there, you know? So I think, as much as I hate to say social media is probably everything with a business, I'm sorry, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And also just learning your strengths and your weaknesses, and whatever your weaknesses are, get rid of your ego and hire somebody to do
get
it.
the support on that side.
Yeah.
And then double down on what you're really good at.
Exactly. Yeah. Free up your time. Working smarter, not harder, which is what we were saying before.
Yeah. Hard to do, but
it's hard to do, but I think it's so important, because I very quickly had to learn where I was needed and going to make the most money. And, you know, I wouldn't allow myself to travel for such a long time, because I was like, I need to be in the salon making the money. And then I was like, no, I can make more money from traveling, you know, like, just, I think pivoting and everything is just, so important. Otherwise I would just be little old me stuck somewhere, you know?
Yeah. And it's just like remembering, you have to start somewhere.
Just
start, what is it, like 1% every day?
Yes.
You know, you're not going to
exactly.
look at someone on social media and be like, I'm going to be that person next week.
That's
it's
exactly
just
right.
Like, start with the little steps.
And recently I've been doing a lot of education around like courage, or getting your courage is a muscle. Like bravery and courage is a muscle. Nobody just goes into something that they've never done before with confidence.
And people probably look at people and think that
they think that they do. Yeah. And I often tell people, when I'm trying to get them to jump in front of the camera and they just can't do it, I'm like, you need to challenge that muscle a little bit by doing little things. So like, go out for coffee on your own and don't bring your phone, or just, you know, build up the courage to do these things that scare you a tiny bit every day, so that those big things don't actually feel big, you know? And I feel like that's a really good way to sort of jump into all of that, but also owning a business in general, needing to pivot. Just do the small little things first, you know?
Have you always been good with your P&L, like your profit and loss for your business? Is that like you have to, like something that you have to lean on other people for?
Yes, absolutely.
That's the hard part, I think, for a lot of hairdressers.
Yeah, we're creative.
Yeah, usually,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, we're creative. And I mean, look, I'm going to be very transparent with you. I have just found the best accountant in the world, and he is such a beautiful man. And he's so smart, and he knows exactly how to break everything down. So I've been running a business for 7 years now. And oh my God, 7 years.
Does it feel like less?
I don't know what in my head, I'm like 15 years old.
Of course.
So I'm like, wait, what? I'm just a girl. I'm just a little baby girl. I've been running a business.
Most small businesses close after, what's a year? They say like X percentage is high percentage after, I think, 3 years or something.
Wow.
So,
we love that. We love that. I'm going to put that on my resume. So I just found him after 7 years. I've just found him, and he is changing my world slowly every day, because he just breaks it down for me in such a great way. Because again, that's not my, that's not where
brain,
God, no.
It's really hard.
It's very, very difficult. I'm not a numbers person.
Yeah.
And money, especially with owning a business, you would know this, it floods in and then it floods out just as fast.
Yeah.
And that can be really, I had to go to therapy for that.
Did you?
I had to go to therapy for that, because I came from an upbringing where we didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm so scared of the amount of money coming and going. So I actually went to therapy. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a lot, and then a lot, and then a lot, and then a lot. So I went to therapy to be like, I need to wrap my head around kind of detaching from money and just seeing it as figures rather than something emotional or anything like that. Yeah. So that's, my accountant is currently saving my life, because I've just never been that person before.
And I think it's hard as well, because when you're an ambitious person, you see all these different like things, and you're like, oh, I want to do that, I want to do that, or I want to do a big fit out, and I want to expand and all that. And then you realize like the amount of money that you have to turn, or like you were saying before, like hiring an assistant or something that doesn't necessarily generate revenue. You're like, to be able to cover that extra cost of a salary every year. It's like, it's not easy.
It's not easy to do. And I think the biggest thing is that a lot of hairdressers, I think we just bury our head in the sand and we just make money and then we're just like, whatever, it's happening.
Yeah.
And you just
like
can't.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, basically.
Until the ATO's got their annual bill or their quarterly bill and you're like, oh, that's actually, I think, is hard as well. Like I transfer into a savings account each week because for the company, because it's just so easy to be like, oh, my bank account looks great. And then tax time comes and you're like, I'm going to vomit.
Yeah. I'm going to throw up. I'm going to shave my head. I'm shutting my business every year. I'm like, oh, I'm closing. Like it's insane. Yeah. But again, for anyone out there panicking, that is the normal side of owning a business. Like I remember going to one of my friends at some point and I was like, oh my God, I've got this massive debt with the ATO, blah, blah, blah. And he just looked at me and went, who doesn't? He was like, you own a business. Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh. Okay. I mean, it's hard in Australia, obviously, but that you can't bury your head in the sand. I actually
I think the more the people onto it, the
yes,
better,
just face it. Yeah. Just face it. You know, I recently also made the change to become a full rent-a-chair salon, which is very controversial at the moment for everyone because we're in this like flow of should you be doing that? Is it good for the industry? Blah blah blah. For me personally, with what I was doing, the space that I had created, the fact you've been there, you've seen it, there's not that many stations. It just benefited me to still be able to work at a place that I love and that I've poured money into to make that transition over.
Is it only recently you've moved to all freelance?
Yeah,
so it's
at the end of last year.
Say what's like, feels like a less stressful model for you?
This
is less stressful than having employees?
100%, yeah. And it's I think these girls, regardless, that I've got in the salon now, I think they would have been a beautiful team even if they were working for me. So I'm very fortunate with that.
Yeah, it's people.
It's the people, right? So I think that I'm very lucky with that, but watching them create and do their own thing and their passion come alive is amazing. But it's so hard to say whether or not they would have done that working for somebody or not, you know, but the fact that I can even consider maybe moving or looking at doing something else or stretching out, like it's given me freedom that I love because I do travel a lot for work as well. So I just couldn't be there to support staff in the way that they needed, you know, and I can acknowledge that. So for me, this has definitely been the best step.
That's good. I know what you're saying. It kind of frees you up from feeling like you're responsible for people so much. And also there's always that hard thing. There's always a division a little bit of owner and employee, unfortunately. Very hard to have that line of being, you know, close with employees, being friends with them, and then you have to be boss. So it's like,
and it is that like really, and because I don't have a big team, having a manager was a very fine line. I would have needed to get like 2 more people to be able to get like a full salon manager. It's a small space, you know, to be able to pay for that and afford that, and it just wasn't worth it in the end. So for me, I think there is a spot in the industry for both, and we will need to make sure that we still have salons because it can feel really lonely renting a chair as well.
It's been interesting lately for my salons. We're getting a lot of people applying to come back from freelancing to wanting to come back to a salon.
It's a pendulum swing. It will always work this way, and I think it's really important to figure out very early on whether or not you can own a business, and that is owning a business. You are in charge of everything, and not everyone can do that, and it's really important that people figure that out quickly because it's expensive, it's time consuming, you never switch off. Like balance just doesn't exist. Like
until you're in it, you don't know. I think it seems so it's like that's what I think people think it's the way that they can seem successful. Like they don't, it's like perceived as, oh, you're successful if you own your own business. But if you're an employee, but my employees make more money.
100%.
Like, oh my God.
100%.
And then these freelancers come, like, go and do it.
But that's props to you though, babe, because you've set up a great structure and system then, right? Like
it rewards them for being amazing. But yeah, they just realize like, we spend a ton on marketing to bring clients in the door, and obviously if you're freelance, it's all on you. And then you can't, even once you've established a clientele, you can't just you know, go away on holidays and still have any, you know, annual leave coming in.
Exactly,
like,
right.
Everything's off.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah,
exactly
and
right.
Insurance
So
and taxes.
I honestly, and we're brutal here. Taxes and everything. It's all brutal in Australia. So I think there's going to be. I think we're already feeling the big pendulum swing of it all because that happens with everything. But I just think that not everyone should be rent-a-chair, just like not everyone, like I could never go back to having someone tell me what to do. I would pass away. I would die. But, you know, I think that some people really thrive in that and they need that. And honestly, if you're making a decent amount of money, good amount of money, and you don't have the stresses, trust me, it's worth it. There's a lot of pros to working for somebody because the stresses, it just consumes you.
Yeah, you
know?
literally don't switch off. Yeah. We work every single night. Like,
yeah, well, we were talking about this, like balance. Again, it was like taboo to talk about.
Yeah.
That I think just after COVID, it was really taboo. And it was really interesting because I opened my salon during COVID, my bigger one. So I had a smaller salon.
And then you moved to it.
Yeah. And my dad, he quit his job to build it. I love him. Love you, Justin. We love you.
Shout out.
Shout out, Justin. And I was in this drive, you know, and right before COVID, I think there was this massive boom of entrepreneurs and business owners, and it was this massive thing. And then COVID came and everyone was faced with uncertainty, death, everything. And so we questioned everything. And it was so fascinating to me because then I went from being this woman that was so proud to talk about how hard she works to like shutting it down and not talking about it. Yeah. It was like a don't push hustle culture, don't do this, don't do this. But I think this is probably why as well a lot of people are swinging from going to rent-a-chair back is because we aren't talking about how difficult it actually is.
True.
We're not actually saying, hey, I work 24/7.
Yeah.
I work all the time. I'm so stressed all the time.
Yeah,
but
we
it's
hide
great.
the stress, we hide the breakdowns.
Yes, we hide it.
Just put on the pretty picture.
We just upload a photo and we're like, everything's good.
Yeah.
But I cry all the time. Like it's so stressful, you know? And so I think we need to bring that back in because the reality is so opposite of what people have been fed.
Yeah.
And I think we need to talk about that a little bit more. Like granted, owning a business is great, but it can be really
two sides to it. It's actually 100%. One of the reasons why I wanted to start this podcast was because I now as a mum as well realize holy like, it is so hard, and I share my kids with their dad, so I get like a little bit of a break. And I just think this is such a hard world that women are living in now to be a mum and still have to. I mean, basically, both parents have to work because
100%.
you can't afford.
Who can afford to just stay at home?
It's very expensive to be living. So it's just like the amount of stuff that stacks on to a woman. I'm just like, and no one talks about it. That's my point. It's like people could feel alone if they're not like, if some people aren't saying like, no, this is really hard. Yes. And you're allowed to fall apart.
You're allowed to. I have full permission to any mums, any women out there, and just in general. Yeah. You're allowed to break down. Like it is a lot.
Yeah, and give yourself some time. And
some grace, some kindness to yourself because it is a lot. Like even for me, I don't have children of my own, and thinking about having children and juggling all of this, I'm
I couldn't fit it in.
Babe, I barely even fit me in. Exactly. Like how am I going to do that? Yeah. You know, so it is an interesting topic that I think. And look, some women, yourself included, you just do it.
Yeah, you have to do your best.
Yeah,
but even like when you try and give yourself a bit of time, like even a couple of the trips we've taken for work, and the kids are with my parents or with my ex, and there will be some, people online and be like, oh, why aren't you traveling with your kids? Like that's terrible.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, we are not shaming. No.
Yeah, you do. You get
are
it
you
for
joking?
Sure. Yeah. Like,
what is wrong with people?
You have to also like have somewhat of a life and be the best person for your kids.
100%.
Yeah, it's crazy that's the same for you. You get stuff. Everyone gets stuff.
Everybody,
out there.
Yeah. Everyone gets hate.
Like
people hate my top lip. Apparently, I don't. Yeah, everyone's like, why do you overline your lip? I'm like, I don't care what you have to say. Leave me alone. Because I'm
gorgeous.
not. Yeah, because I'm not going to get work done yet. Leave me.
And it's funny that people have to comment on other people's.
Have you heard about the pea soup theory?
No.
I think it's pea soup or something like that. And there's it's called pea soup theory, where this girl put up a pea soup recipe online.
Yeah.
And it was really delicious. She was just talking about it, wrote down the recipe, blah, blah, blah. And people are commenting going like, well, this is ridiculous because I'm allergic to peas. And I was like, okay,
it's not for you.
Don't read
Move
it.
on.
Yeah, go, scroll away.
Yeah.
It's the same thing about
plenty
like
of stuff on the internet that's not for you.
exactly. Just feel free to just, hey, how easy is that?
Yeah.
How easy is it to not comment?
You really wonder about people's lives when they spend the time.
I could never
commenting.
imagine writing something on.
Something.
Yeah, it's just that you're not busy enough if you can do that.
Yeah,
you're not
that's
busy
the problem,
enough.
I think.
But it is brutal. Like I don't understand, especially for women, the need to criticize absolutely everything. Absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Because especially, and usually it comes from other women.
Yeah, sadly.
Which is really
yeah.
like, let's not do that, guys.
Yeah.
Let's maybe not.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably not. And then it's just about like kind of becoming Teflon. You're like, okay. It says something about them, not you. When you
which is
receive
really
a comment
hard.
like that, so you just have to be like,
yeah, I know.
or have a moment where you're just like, that's
yeah,
and then just be like, no.
Yeah, have a cry and then go.
Yeah.
All right, we're done.
Yeah.
We can leave that.
Have to.
I mean, business would help with that anyway, because you just got to cry and then get back up.
Yeah.
Do it with tears coming out.
Someone's calling you. Someone needs you.
Yeah.
There's no time.
Hey, have you done this yet? Yeah.
Finish
on
your
my
meltdown.
way. On my way. Yeah, it's roller coaster. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine being a mum. So you could props to you, girl.
Oh.
You're doing well.
Every mum, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But tell us about this year coming up for you.
Oh God. Well,
exciting big year.
Yeah, big year. Yeah. I just recently made a changeover to Redken. So after 9 years of being with the same colour company, I just made a big changeover. And I did this last year. I was having the conversations last year and made the full change this year during a very big chapter in my life in general, closing another chapter in my life, and I did it all at once. And this was very personal to me because I've been educating for a long time now, and I wanted to make sure that I was constantly challenging myself, and I don't want to be that person that's running around educating the exact same thing or the same thing that everybody else is doing.
Make some changes.
Yeah, you do.
I think what was beautiful about the way you transitioned between brands was that you showed some complete respect, and you showed that you had no negative thoughts or feelings towards it.
Not.
It's just simply a change for you, and I think that's something to like give you full credit for the way you put that out there, because it is hard to announce a change and make sure that the message is correct.
It was really difficult.
And I think you did a beautiful job of that.
Thank you. I think it's important because the industry is small, whether we want to admit it or not. It's small, but it's big. And I would never, ever, ever want to burn any bridges. And I also I wouldn't be who I am today without my past. So you can't ever, ever, ever get angry or upset about that or be about it, you know, because we work together. It's great, you know. So I will forever be grateful for that time. I will always, always, always look back at that and just be so proud, and I just hold nothing but love and fondness for that time and the people that I've met, you know. But it was a big change, and I think for me, again, like I was saying, just going through a lot of changes in my personal life as well.
It pushes you to make a lot of changes.
It does. It forces you to just look at your life and go like, okay, well, what else could I be changing then? How can I tip my life upside down? But it was personal to me because it was like, I want to challenge myself. I want to educate myself. I want to be better for everybody else. I want to I'm teaching a lot at the moment, like I was just saying before, about how to like get out of your own way and build courage and stuff like that. And I always talk about doing the scariest thing that you can do, and I wasn't doing that, so I decided to do it. So that's a big
lead by example.
I gotta you know, practice what I preach. Otherwise, people are gonna go, okay, safety. All right, girl, you haven't changed anything. But so this year I'm challenging myself. I'm doing education around everywhere in Europe. I would love to get over to America, but we're just going to leave that for a little bit. But
that's so exciting.
Looking at Europe, I'm putting myself. I've been asked to jump on stage in April, which is amazing. So I'm going to be at Mainland, which is incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah, very exciting, very big, very scary because I've only been working with this brand for just a couple of months now.
So you'll smash it.
I clearly love talking, so I'll be
No
able to do
issues.
it. Yeah, I'll have no problems there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think just that's probably my main focus at the moment. And then I would love to move somewhere. Like I said, I've just made changes everywhere.
Yeah.
And I would just love to pick up and go because I'm 30,
Yep,
never lived
you
anywhere
can.
else. Yep. And I would love to just sort of explore that. But if it doesn't happen, that's fine. I'm traveling all the time anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
you know,
Keeps your life interesting.
100%. Yeah.
That's
So that's probably, you know, my main things, just sort of challenging myself personally. So I don't think a lot of people will see that, which is probably going to be a bit challenging for me as well, because I usually do display all these big things online.
Yeah.
But this is going to be quiet to me.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be good. So
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see
thank
it
you,
all
baby.
unfold.
Thank you. Yeah, same. I don't, I have no idea what I'm doing, but same.
It could be anywhere. I love
Exactly,
it.
which is
Aw.
great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for
Angel.
chatting with us.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Bye, guys. We're going to go for some lunch.
Ooh.